In most ways, Sofia is the worst capital in Europe. But in one respect, it is simply the best. Being situated in a valley means it is surrounded by mountains. Most of them are in terrible condition as well, but one, the closest and the highest one, is a protected area and is spared the destruction, to a point. So now it hosts some of the best, biggest and most competitive trail races in the country. One of them starts at the city center and aims for the shortest road to the highest mountain peak, although this road gets a bit longer every year, as it meanders around ugly new buildings, highways and mafia mansions in the outskirts. But still, you can climb to almost 2300 meters in less than 2 hours and find some peace and quiet. And this is no Andorra. It is a proper city with all the theaters, galleries, museums, most pollution and dog shit you could possibly ask for. Fortunately, I had 2 months since the last race to properly prepare for this one, but I was nursing some niggles just to see them blossom into a full injury. So I went to the best sports medicine facility in the country. And I'm not even joking. This is it. This is FIFA Medical Center of Excellence. Our football must be doing great. There, I was scanned and processed just to find out there was nothing worth treating. I just had to rest for 2 or 3 weeks and then take it easy for a while. Not too wet. And frankly, there are 2 things I don't quite understand. First, how to take it easy, and then why am I injured again? Anyway, I decided to mix elliptical and treadmill threshold with easy hikes in the mountains and see how it goes. To be honest, that worked miracles for me, and very soon I felt well prepared to race on a treadmill in a gym. However, Vitushan Mountain was not exactly a smooth climb, and as it seemed, I was not going to take advantage of my heat training as well. The race field includes some familiar faces if you watched previous episodes, some young hopefuls, and 2 national record holders who also raced at the Olympics. Luckily for me, one of them is a girl and the other was at the Olympics in 1996. Still, both could beat me to the finish line. But at the city exit, I was losing ground to some youngsters. And I let them push because, to be honest, I was already at maximum effort. One of them reached the steepest part of the course with about a 2-minute lead, so he was pretty much out of reach for me, unless he put a foot wrong. But the one who stumbled was actually me. I slipped on a rock and managed to hurt both my knees, starting to worry about the next race, which was a 10k in Belgrade just 6 days later. My shoe of choice was the Asics Fuji Speed 3, and I found it amazing. It was light, just the right stack height to stay stable while providing a supercritical midsole energy return. Here we are with the Asics Fuji Speed 3 with the FF Blast midsole. And also you can see here the favorite pastime of the Bulgarians: smoking beer and sunflower seeds, and also generally littering. But the outsole is not amazing. Now, Do I think every trail shoe should have Vibram outsoles? Yes, definitely. Put some Continental rubber if you prefer it, or Michelin, or Bridgestone. For God's sake, put some Pirellis and let me choose from 6 levels of density in the store.
From the hardest C1 to the softest C5, there's also 2 rain tyres, intermediates, also known as inters, and full wets.
Anyway, the injuries seemed quite benign, and I managed to finish second, just a few meters ahead of Nikola. Mašina, bravo, много яко.
Поздравление, момчета! Браво! Браво! Тримата сте тук! Слушайте ме! Един без... Слушайте ме! Един без 15! Имаме сборна тук, да отидем президента да ви връчва награди.
Ще замръзна, аз имам и кръв. On the peak, however, there was another risk for the 10K. The luggage that was supposed to wait for us there didn't arrive yet, which I was very relaxed about.
Пътя е сериозната работа. Не.
Obviously, you need a reliable vehicle for such occasions, which brings me to the sponsor of today's video.
From the west to east coast, Hugo defeats the competitors. Reliability is his second name. Dependability and safety now have a totally new meaning.
The good news is that there is a shelter on the peak, and the bad that although there were approximately 6,000 people in it, it wasn't warm enough for the racers. And soon the problem started.
There were no survivors.
40 minutes or so later, when the quotes eventually arrived, I went straight down the mountain, missing the awards ceremony. And this year, the awards were presented by the President of the Republic himself. But to be fair, this is the President of the Republic of Bulgaria, so... Anyway, here are some photos of Nikola in his typical fashion, explaining things to the President, before getting back to Sofia with both our awards to watch some Formula 1. In the next video, we find some great cars in Belgrade and whether I got a quote. See you next time. Turns out, miracles don't happen.